So I just got off the phone with somebody who is struggling with their business, and man, they're frustrated. And so they called, maybe chit chat, just get some advice or something. And so we were talking. So I started asking some questions, and I said, first question was, man, what are you struggling with? What do you feel like, you're frustrated with? And they just thought, hey, I thought we would have more customers right now at this point in our business, and I thought we would just, I expected more right now. So I totally understand. I totally get it. And I was curious because I don't quite remember when this person opened their business up. So I was curious. I said, well, how long has it been? How long have you, been open for business? And he said, man, we've been open 4 months now. I said, 4 months? I said, man. I said, before I say my next thing, let me ask you this question. Do you feel 4 months is a long time? Do you feel 4 months is a significant amount of time? And his answer was yes. And I said, well, man, I'm just going to have to stop you in your tracks real quick. I said, it's not. 4 months is not a long time. It's not. The umbilical cord hasn't even fallen off yet, man. Your business is still an infant. It's still a baby in the very, very early stages. And I said, I totally get it that we're an impatient world. We live in an impatient society. But, man, to start your business, there's a grind to it. There's a consistency to it. And there's a process to it. And it needs to be a consistent process every single day. And so then I asked him another question. I said, well, let me ask you this. How many hours a day are you putting into your business? And he said, well, man, we're open from about 9 and we close about 6. And I said, well, that's not what I asked you. I didn't ask you what time your business is open. I asked you how much time are you putting into your business every single day? And I think he was kind of confused by that because he kind of went back to the, hey, we're closed on, Sundays, and, which I think is awesome. Good for you. And he said, we're open and 9 to 6, but he was missing my point. My point is, hey, listen, man, if you're going to step out and be an entrepreneur and you want to open a business, hey, it's not a 9 to 5. It's not a 9 to 6. It's a 24/7. You need to be grinding on your business when the doors are closed. You need to be working on your social media branding every hour of the day. You got to sleep and you got to eat, but man, how important is this to you? How important is success to you, man? It's important to do that. It's the reason why so many businesses shut down. It's not lack of funding. It's not lack of knowledge on the product. It's because people don't put into work. People don't grind. They don't do it, man. It's just the way it is. It's just the God's honest truth. And then they're not patient. We're an instant gratification world, man. We got fast food and we got electricity. We just flip the switch on. But that's not how business works. It's not, man. There's nothing instant. And if it is instant, then it's a fluke. It's not consistently instant. And so if you want consistent success in business or relationships or anything in life, you have to put the work in daily. When you're home after a long day of 9 to 6, first of all, that's a part-time job to me, 9 to 6. And I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being real for a minute, man. I think another thing, too, is you got to be authentic. You got to be authentic to who you are. Be authentic, because when you're fake or you're trying to be something different, people sniff that stuff out, man. I sometimes get questioned about on my business page, and they're like, man, you put some crazy videos out there sometimes. Some have absolutely nothing to do with real estate. Nothing to do with real estate. But I put it out there because that's me. That's being authentic. And one time, the first time I ever put a video out like that, I got more followers after that insignificant, stupid little video than I ever did with the stuff that I was targeting for my business. And so, because I'm just being authentic to who I am. Now, there's going to be some people kind of turned off by that and aren't going to like me, and I might lose some business. But you know what? That's a risk I'm willing to take, because I'm being true to me. I don't have to think about being somebody else or being different or something. So, the whole point, back to this guy, man, 4 months is not a long time. It's not, man. Fred DeLuca, the Subway guy who started Subway sandwiches, he started with one Subway sandwich shop, or one sandwich shop right outside of a college, and had one shop for 20 years. For 20 years, he probably felt like he was a failure. He probably felt like he was just doomed for not having success and everything else. And then Subway becomes one of the largest franchises. I think at one time it was the #1 franchise in the world. And so that was 20 years, man. 4 months? That's nothing. You got to grind. How important is it to you? How important is it to you, man? How important is this to you? How important do you want to be successful? Did you start this because you didn't want to work a regular job? Did you start this because you wanted to make a difference? Did you start this because you wanted to get paid a lot of money, or you think it's sexy and cool and all this other stuff? I mean, why'd you do this, man? Why'd you do it? Because if you keep going back to why you did it, and if it's significant, and if it's deep, and it's well rooted into your heart and soul, then man, you understand that this grind is permanent. This grind is something you need to embrace because it's absolutely crucial to the success of your business. You got to grind every single day, not 9 to 6 when the doors are open. You got to get up at 4 a.m. You got to work on your craft. When the doors close, you got to go home, eat dinner, kiss your family, spend time with your kids and wife, and then you got to go back to the grind because it should be that important to you, man. It should be that important to you. 4 months is not a long time. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. How important is it to you? Be authentic. Man, grind for this thing. Stop wanting instant gratification. Nothing good comes out of instant gratification. Nothing ever comes out of instant gratification. You got to grind, man. You want success? Go get it. Success is out there for everybody to have. You just got to go get it. Stop moping around. Stop looking for excuses. Stop blaming the president. Stop blaming everything around you. Stop blaming the recession that's not even here yet. Stop blaming all this crap, man. Cream rises to the top, but cream has to rise to the top. The whole point everyone misses about cream rising to the top is that rise is an action word, man. You got to rise. You got to put action behind it. You've got to put action behind this thing. Massive amounts of action. You can't just show up every day and hope success just happens. Life doesn't work that way, man. It just doesn't work that way. And you might see people out there that are successful, that you think are just got it easy in life, but I promise you, behind closed doors are the hardest working people you'll ever meet in your entire life. Stop looking at the end results and start following a process and understanding and embracing the grind. Understand that you gotta put the work in, and it's gonna take time. But it's gotta be important enough for you to sacrifice all that stuff, because it's gonna take sacrifice. Don't let anyone tell you different. Don't let anyone tell you different. And another thing, I'm gonna debunk one more thing. People say, if you love something, man, you never work a day in your life. That's stupid. If you love something, you'll work every single day of your life because you love it that much and you want to put work behind it to make it better, bigger, stronger, greater. Period. Put the time in. Grind. Just make it happen, man. Make it happen. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Your kids deserve it. You deserve it. Your spouse deserves it. Not only that, if you believe in your product, the world deserves your product. But you got to believe in it, man. Put the work in. Talk to y'all later.